One of the things I get asked is if I do bow and drill, and yes, I do. This is a set that I've made most recently. I made this in the springtime. It's now midsummer, and these two parts are made from willow. You can see I have a flat end for my drill, and the bracer block end is pointy. These holes are well burnt in. This one I just started, and it's not forming the way I like it, but it might work. My bracer block, you see I have a number of divots here. Once they get a little deeper than that, they tend to bind. So I usually choose a piece that's big that I could put several divots in to work with. And this is made from American holly. And this is simply a slightly curved stick with paracord. You see I do have a coal here, smoking well on its own. A little difficult with this piece because like I said, that hole wasn't burned in the way I like it, but it did work. Of course you can see that coal building itself quite well. The bow drill set that I used today is made from willow. There are other types of wood in my area that can be used. They would be commonly found around water as well as the willow, and that's the red cedar, the white cedar, and the sycamore. Now you can see this is a small set, which I prefer. I prefer making a small set because, quite frankly, it's easier to acquire and easier to process. You can see my fireboard fits between the thumb and finger. Split in half, I have two boards. My drill is thumb size, which is a common size to use. I prefer a longer drill, but you can see through use this one has been shrunk down, and of course freshening up the ends also shrinks it down quite quickly. You can see I prefer the V-shaped pattern for the groove. I found that with this set in particular, it's a 3-month-old from a green tree, piece of willow. I found that I have a 40 to 50% success rate, and that is, I found that with each hole, I'm able to get 6 to 8 burns before I burn through the board, and in 6 to 8 burns, I can get 3 to 4 coals formed from each hole. So there's a lot of variables that can affect your success rate, the type of wood you use, the design, the moisture content of the wood. The climate you're in is going to affect even the species of wood. It's going to give it different variables of moisture content and density. The climate itself is going to affect your success rate, whether it's a cold, moist, or a hot, dry climate. It's definitely going to affect your success and your ability to make it coal. Other factors would be the moisture content in the air, the temperature of the day, your skill level, your design for your board, and I'm sure there's other things that I haven't thought of. But hopefully this will be a first of a series, because I do want to demonstrate other types of wood, and in particular I want to experiment with wood that I have not tried yet, and wood that is not commonly used. That would be wood that I would need to use when the preferred woods are not available. So hopefully this is the first of a series, and as with most of my series, I stagger other videos in between each video of a series. So hope you stay tuned and check it out.